Jean, we have a concerned parent. She has an 8-year-old son, Charlie, and he loves peanut butter sandwiches. The concern is he wants to eat peanut butter sandwiches all of the time. This has been going on for quite some time, and Mom is concerned. When they have a family meal, he'd rather have a peanut butter sandwich than eat what the rest of the family eats. My name is Kelly Kunkel, Extension Educator in Health and Nutrition with the University of Minnesota Extension. Here today with Jean Illsley Clarke, co-author of How Much is Too Much and researcher in overindulgence. So Jean, what is your response to the situation?
Well, my first response was that I wanted a peanut butter sandwich. As a kid, I loved them. And I thought about all the things that I liked. I loved the flavor. I loved the texture. It was soft and smooth in my mouth. And the family eats that toast that's hard and full of grafumblies and seeds and things. I thought about how quick it is to make one when I'm hungry. And it's just so simple if I could just eat peanut butter sandwiches. And so my heart is with Charlie. But my heart is also with Charlie's mom. Because when we have a child who's wanting to eat only one kind of food, we have a lot of concerns.
So is this overindulgence?
Well, let's put it against the test of 4, which will help give us some clues. Test of 4 means there are 4 questions we ask about something to help us understand if it might be overindulgence. The first question is, does it delay development? Would it keep Charlie from learning some of the things he needs to be learning in his 8-year-old experience? And it might be, because he is supposed to be learning some delayed gratification, some ability to wait. He is supposed to be learning some self-care, and that would include some understanding of nutrition. He is supposed to be learning additional social skills, which means how to sit still at the table and hopefully eat what other people are eating. So, yeah, that's kind of a question. Then the second question is, does this use too much of the family's resources? Well, probably the peanut butter sandwich doesn't cost too much, but gee, if Mom is too tense about it, then we have to look at that. The third one is, whose needs are being met? Mom's or Charlie's? Sometimes it's Mom's. It's really nice to know that when Charlie is hungry, he can go make himself a peanut butter sandwich. And we all have days when we're too busy and too tired, so there may be some of that in there. We might think about the 8-year-old's brain is changing, and changing rapidly right at this spot. And maybe he's just on a food jag. Some kids do that. They have a period of time when they're craving one food. So then we look at how long does it go on, and does it show up in other aspects of his life. The fourth piece is, would this do harm to someone else or to the environment? You'd have to look at it. If you're cooking for Charlie and he's not eating the food and it gets thrown away, then that's not a very good sign. So we use the test of 4 to look at and think about, is this overindulgence? And it's a very good thing to use because kids are different. And what might be overindulging for one child might not be for another. So we don't have a yes-no checklist. We have to look at each individual case.
So Jean, what are some possible suggestions for Charlie and his family?
The first thing I would suggest is make a list of the things that are concerns and then pick one. Like if it's nutrition, really look carefully at what Charlie is eating all day long and enlist his aid. Okay, Charlie, you have to get this many nutrients during the day, and you get these from a peanut butter sandwich. And peanut butter is healthy. Thank goodness for me, because I still like it a lot. And how can we do that? And maybe she's going to involve him in menu planning or learning to cook some things. Maybe it's the family meal, and maybe Charlie is wanting to skip the meals. What's going on at the meal? Are we needing to make the family meal more inclusive of the children, or more pleasant, or more whatever? Or are we just rushing through it because we have to get off to hockey practice? Maybe it's become a power struggle. Who's going to control what he eats, him or me? And if you don't know about power struggles, I can assure you that it'll pop up at some point. And so if it's a power struggle, it could be, how do we help Charlie be more powerful, have more control in some other areas of his life? But if we stick to one of these at a time, then we're not apt to get overwhelmed. And often, if we work on one of these, the others seem to fall into place, or much more easily fall into place.
And good resources are so helpful as well. We have several resources available. We have the How Much is Too Much book, the Good Heart Parenting book, and then 2 websites. We have the Overindulgence site as well as the University of Minnesota Extension site.